Hi folks, so I have had a bunch of people reach out to look for some help with what they're going through at home after having babies given the pandemic that's going on right now. First, I want to say, although you may feel like you're alone, you're not. And right now, I encourage you to think and remember, there's one of my babies back there. Remember that you stand on the shoulders of every other woman who has struggled during this period of time. And since the beginning of time, women have coped with and continued and moved forward with their parenting and with themselves during lots of crises. And you can do that. And I'm going to spend some time in future videos talking about different ways to do that, reviewing some known ways to help, some maybe do no harm ways to help, and just try to help you feel less alone at this time. One of the things I want to say, though, is as a psychotherapist, I have to be really clear that this is not a substitution for psychotherapy. These are just supportive videos. I also need to reinforce that I can't provide video sessions to people who are outside of the Commonwealth of Virginia in the United States. I wish that were more accessible for all of you, but it really isn't that at this time, given some of the legal and ethical issues that have to do with practicing psychotherapy. So this project is going to be evolving as I hear more and more about the needs that you have or the questions you have. I'm open to looking at more online support for people. The purpose of this also is to just help you resource yourself. And by that, I mean like what's available to you in your community, in what ways can you dig deep in yourself, even if you think there's nothing to dig for right now. We're going to work to support you and help you move forward the best we can, given that these are supportive videos. So I did not introduce myself. This is indicative of what it's like in our house right now during the pandemic. My name's Elizabeth Wilkins-Mckee. I'm a psychotherapist in Virginia, in the United States. I've been a psychotherapist since 1997. I began doing perinatal work when, after the birth of my daughter. To make a very long story short, pregnancy and postpartum are very difficult times for me. Especially with my daughter, I struggled quite a bit and wasn't able to find care until much later. And as a result of that experience, and through healing, I vowed that I was going to be part of the solution for young families. So the first video here today is just about normalizing. And I'm going to talk about that through kind of a funny story. So I remember having my kids, both of them. I have a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old now. And during the postpartum period, I know this is gross, and if there are any dentists out there, you're going to be so raunched out by this, okay? But there were lengthy periods of time where I could not brush my teeth. It was such a shit show that I could not manage to put toothpaste on a toothbrush and brush my teeth. And I remember my father-in-law, whom I adore, and he's a wonderful man. And one of the ways he expresses his love and affection is that he makes sure, you have the right information. And on this one day, he was telling me why it's really important to brush your teeth. And I remember thinking, like, am I, and this wasn't his intention at all, am I deficient? And being ashamed. And what I want to say right now is, First of all, you're postpartum, but secondly, we've got this major medical stuff swirling around, okay? And we're just gonna accept where you are right now. And if that means you're not brushing your teeth, you're not changing your clothes, you're not brushing your hair, you're not able to shower a lot, you've got poop on you, vomit on you, you've got hemorrhoids, we're just gonna start where you are, okay? And those of us who have suffered didn't brush our teeth either, I guess is my point, all right? So in whatever ways you're not functioning, I encourage you to work towards accepting them as opposed to judging them. And it wasn't about my father-in-law, the reason I judged myself. I judged myself because that was the tape I had in my head at that time. And especially during this postpartum time, you're just trying to survive, okay? And your house isn't going to be clean. If you're able to go grocery shopping for whatever reason, and I'm not suggesting that there was my son again. I'm not suggesting that at all, but if you need to go and your milk's letting down or whatever, just leave the groceries right there in the store. And your mantra needs to be right now is, I'm doing the best I can, okay? So we're all in this together. We're all doing the best we can. And my hope is that I can help you believe in what the best you can do looks like. And I can help resource you and get you some additional supports. To that end, I want to say, please look at Postpartum Support International. They have groups all over the world. If you're in Virginia, Postpartum Support Virginia is doing online support groups still or now. There's also, well, let me just start there, okay? And I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.